Chair of this Commission session, Madam Executive Secretary of ESCAP, Your Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure today to deliver this statement on behalf of the government and the people of the Republic of Vanuatu. Over the last 2 years, development progress in the region has been threatened greatly by the COVID-19 pandemic. The world continues to face the grim implication of failing to keep the global temperature increase below 1.5 degrees and more so in the damage from natural disasters that recur with increasing frequency and intensity. More recently, a rapidly evolving crisis in Ukraine is expected to have wide-ranging socio-economic impact that disproportionately affect the vulnerable communities, including our islands, through higher fuel and food prices. We convene today in our collaborative effort to find solutions to address these challenges, working together towards a better future for ourselves, our children, and the future generation. In this context, I fully support the theme of this Commission session, Reclaiming Our Future, a common agenda for advancing sustainable development in Asia and the Pacific. Ladies and gentlemen, the COVID-19 pandemic exacerbated vulnerabilities that already existed in Vanuatu due to climate change and natural disasters and environmental degradation, and it exposed entire communities, including women, people with disabilities, the elderly, and our youth to additional socioeconomic challenges. Ladies and gentlemen, for Vanuatu, a recently graduated least developed country, the COVID challenge has been amplified by the climate-fueled natural disasters. The COVID-19 pandemic lockdowns were followed by Category 5 tropical cyclone Harold in 2020, and then Cyclone Tofi in February 2022, compacted by landslides, volcanic ash falls in 2021, all of which threatened to roll back decades of development gains. The estimated total cost of these compounded disasters is way over $520 million USD and represents approximately 61% of our national GDP. Ladies and gentlemen, to build back better in response to COVID-19 and to address the impacts of climate change and geological disasters, the Vanuatu government has put together unique and targeted policies and strategies aligned to the National Sustainable Development Plan. We developed the Vanuatu Recovery Strategy that is aimed at supporting communities impacted by the disasters, providing that framework to recover, rebuild, and emerge stronger and more resilient. Ladies and gentlemen, over the past 2 years, the COVID-19 pandemic has coincided with a crisis that is likely to have been more serious ramification over time, the changing climate change. We hope that our partners will quickly meet the agreed $100 billion USD per year through 2025, and then expand the scale and scope of new, additional, predictable, easy, accessible, and transparent climate finance to affect, minimize, and address climate impacts. While Vanuatu continues to support the UN Climate Convention, flattering ambition requires us to use all our tools in our collective toolbox, including the tools of international law. At the upcoming 77th General Assembly of the United Nations, Vanuatu will propose a resolution calling on the International Court of Justice to give an advisory opinion on the obligation of states under the international law to protect the rights of present and future generations against the adverse effects of climate change. We look forward to your invaluable support. Ladies and gentlemen, on December 4, 2020, Vanuatu took a bold step to graduate out of the LDC category despite COVID-19 and DC Harold. We have done so because we believe it is the right thing to do, which propels Vanuatu in a positive can-do attitude that will rise up and do all we can with courage, boldness, and determination to address and cope with the natural characteristics of our existence. Ladies and gentlemen, to recover better, together we need to take comprehensive action at the global, regional, and national level to address our common challenges. Effective and sustainable support is now needed more than ever to regain regional momentum for advancing the 2030 agenda while building inclusive economies and resilient societies. I thank you all.